The news summary, good evening. A third person who was involved in the fatal accident at Rosh Kaima on the 3rd of this month has died today. This is 54-year-old Mrs. Alina Malbrook from Okap, who passed away at the Seychelles Hospital this morning. She was in the car together with the two sisters, Jovanette Victor and Charlotte Mohamed Ali, who died as a result of the accident. Her death comes 11 days after the car they were in fell in the sea at Rosh Kaima. The funeral service for the two sisters who passed away was held this afternoon at Ansopin Church. President Wever Ramkalawan was among the Anglican priests co-celebrating the service together with Catholic parish priest Father Loni Adrienne. The former chairperson of the 2020 Development Board, which had the mandate of developing Ile Soleil, Barry Faure, has refuted allegations of corruption taking place when he oversaw the board. Mr. Faure was reacting to comments President Wever Ramkalawan made in the last press conference held at State House when he was answering questions concerning the construction of the vocational center due to take place on Ile Soleil. Mr. Faure said the development on Ile Soleil was successful as the 2020 development did not receive funding from the government, adding that all procedures were followed when this was done. Mr. Faure, who is currently in India, gave his reaction in an open letter to local press and gave SBC a Zoom interview.
Regarding the allegation of corruption, I would like to totally refute these allegations. There was a remark, a comment made by the PMC audit of 2021 with respect to conflict of interest, which gave us the opportunity to explain how we came to that situation and what we are doing to manage it. We have done everything possible to make sure that this project is realized without spending a single cent from government, and we've done that. We did it without increasing the prices of properties to Seychellois. We followed all the government criteria. All the government policies were followed. We were reporting regularly to the PMC, even when we did not fall under the PMC Act until December 2019. That is why we are baffled with all the criticism that is being leveled against us by our shareholders, government.
The Seychelles Postal Services handed customs around 1,700 small packages for them to dispose. These packages entered the country between 2016 to 2019, but the Postal Services were not able to deliver them. The operation manager for mail and processing and delivery, Sabrina Waro, said that this is due to clients not providing accurate information, such as their phone numbers and addresses. She also added that their mandate does not allow them to dispose of the items that fail to be delivered or picked up, and they cannot send it back to the country of origin. François Ali, the director of Enforcement and Seaport Operation, said that they will be sending out notices to the clients before permanently disposing of the uncollected items.
Inform them that we have these goods in our possession, in our government warehouse, and then we give them a time delay for them to come and collect. And if they do not come and to collect these goods, then we'll write them a notice of seizure to inform them that custom will be seizing the goods, and then it will be disposed accordingly. First, if they are not sold at auction sale, they will be public sale, whereby we can sell these goods, or we dispose them by giving out to certain agencies or government departments for them to use, or we dispose them if they are not good for or fit for human consumption. If they are goods that are, like we say, perishable, we'll dispose them through the landfill.
The National Assembly has voted to extend the mandate of the TRNUC for another 4 months. 23 MNEs approved the decision to extend the TRNUC mandate until the 31st of December. The 10 U.S. MNEs voted against. The Commission's 3-year mandate came to an end last week, and a call for extension required a vote in the National Assembly to modify the law. The additional 4-month period is required to enable the TRNUC commissioners to compile a final report on the work carried out over the past 3 years. Also in the National Assembly, Agriculture Minister Flavien Joubert has announced a series of measures being implemented to address shortages in agriculture material in its stock. One of the changes is to improve pricing at its stores, and it is expected that the resolving fund of 5 billion rupees, which has been in deficit in recent years, will approve this year. The Tourism Department is working to strengthen the national system of tourism statistics and to develop a tourism satellite account. The process began in 2019 with the help of UNWTO, of whom the General Director for Africa, Elsha Glancourt, presented a report of the work done thus far to the Principal Secretary for Tourism, Shirin Francis.
This is important because it means that we can compare what we're measuring, tourism's contribution to GDP, with other industries. If we include indirect, we're including other industries as well. So it's kind of like we're double counting. So it's important that we just measure direct, and then we can compare tourism with other industries such as manufacturing, agriculture and fisheries. A lot of these are gathered by surveys, which is very important part of the data collection process. Fortunately, you've embraced Trivisory and since the COVID, and that's going to become a very useful source of data on arrivals. And we're also looking at using it for doing our visitor exit survey. So instead of interviewing people at the airport when they depart, to email them later with a questionnaire. And this is something which is done very commonly in the South Pacific Islands. So that's something we'll embrace.
All national flags in the country will fly at half-mast on Monday, the 19th of September, the day of Queen Elizabeth's funeral. President Weva Ramkalawan has given the order today. In the meantime, all national flags of the Republic should fly at full mast. And that's it for the news summary. We'll be back at 8 for the Creole News Bulletin. Bye-bye for now.